My name's Matthew Rawls, third generation Marine. Grandpa retired. Dad did one enlistment, and then when I was getting out of high school, had no real ambition to go in, but went to college and roomed with a guy who was in the local reserve unit, and he kind of was my in-home recruiter and kind of talked me into it. And I was like, well, I'll keep it in the family. So enlisted in 2006, knowing that that unit was deploying the next year. So got out, deployed to Iraq, um, and did that. Got back home, and then we redeployed to Afghanistan in 2011. Got back from that and finished up my Select Marine Corps Reserve portion of my contract, and then moved up to Oregon in 2012. So I was actually down here in Bandon. I came down as a single in January of 25, and one of the guys in my group had a caddy, and I was just kind of chatting him up, and he told him I was a vet and that I was interested in caddying, so he turned me onto the program and gave me some phone numbers of some of the guys, and went home, told my wife about it, and she said, "You better sign up right now." So sent in my application the next day, and got in just in time to have my application reviewed and processed. So got lucky enough to be selected. So now I'm here. I kind of expected to kind of get put through the ringer a little bit on caddying. I mean, I kind of feel that that's that's how I play my golf game, is kind of um, getting around the course, trying to find the best lines and stuff. And when I'm playing with a group of guys and they don't know the course or something, I try and like point out stuff like that, or points of interest. Oh, check that view out over there. So I thought, hey, I'll do it, but I'm going to get the full experience there, and doing it with a bunch of other vets, kind of getting the same camaraderie. So I was pretty excited about that, and it's been great. Guys from different branches getting the we all have shared experiences, even though we have different jobs. And so, I was just expecting a lot of that, camaraderie, kind of shared misery in a way, but it's been fun because it's what I love to do. So, getting out, getting on a beautiful piece of land, and helping guys out. That it's not as like hard as it may seem, but also that there's a lot more to it that people don't understand that goes into it. When I told my mom that I was doing it, her idea of a caddy was just the guy who carried the clubs. Um, but and there's some guys that's all they want you to do, but it's other guys may need more help, or more attention, and giving that to them. So that's one thing that I actually like about caddies is it's kind of an interpersonal skill there. So you kind of learn your guy um, pretty early on, and just learning who they are, building that relationship so they can trust you. Um, and so I'm hoping to build connections with people, kind of uh, work on that, and have people enjoy their round of golf as best they can. A lot of them have been great, and they're super supportive of people trying to get into it. They're not trying to gatekeep being a caddy, which I'm sure there's probably some that do that, but most of them have been super supportive, and they kind of give you what you need, as long as you're kind of letting them know, hey, this is what I want. They can tailor their uh, caddying to you as a golfer. So, um, but great guys sharing a wealth of information. It's kind of like drinking from a fire hose. But if I can just take one or two things per loop back with me, and that just helps me improve. So, golf is one of those things that you'll never perfect. And if I don't have a outlet to kind of improve myself, then I kind of just flounder. So golf has been one of those things where I've just been able to kind of uh, just learn a lot. I've learned a lot about myself from it, and I'm able to actually use some of the skills and experiences from the military that um, to actually be mentally resilient and through the game, because there's going to be a lot of times where you just want to lash out, and it's like, no, that's part of it, and you can't let it best you. So it's kind of push through, hunker down, and get through the game. So um, it's helped me, be a little bit more mentally resilient, learning the game and going through that. Because yeah, not every shot's going to be perfect. Not everything you do is going to be right. But um, yeah, just forget the last shot, go on to the next, and then and keep trudging forward. Bandon's a relative stone's throw away from Portland, about 4.5 hours, depending on what side of the metro area you're coming from. And it's a completely different golf experience to begin with, because in Portland, it's kind of like you just got to accept the mud for 6 to 8 months out of the year. And here, everything's firm and fast. Even when it's raining, you're still going to get rollout. But coming down, I heard one of the caddies say, I think it was yesterday, that Bandon is expensive. It's not fancy. So you can come down kind of as who you are, and get around. So it's not exclusive. But yeah, being in Portland, it's all about that carry number on your yardage. And here, you got to play the slopes. I mean, you're usually the best shot is a low runner up onto the green or into a spot. If you carry it that full weight, you're going to run out into some hazards that you do not want to be in. So, yeah,